Hey YouTube, how's it going? Chaos Emperor Dragons here. Sorry it's been a while. Also been busy with everything that's going on. Been thinking about the type of content I want to bring you guys. I do have some new deck profiles for the new Master Rule, so you will be seeing those very soon. But wanted to bring you something a bit different today. I actually found one of my first Yu-Gi-Oh decks I put together. I was at my parents' place. They're actually moving and cleaning out the loft, and like came across a couple of tins, like the really old school ones. Just show you one here. Here goes the old Rainbow Dragon. Came across these and I was like, oh wow, I haven't seen these in ages. Open it up and I found my Horus deck and I was like, oh wow. So just been through it, I just thought, you know what, I think this will actually make a really good video to bring on. So before I take you through the deck profile, I believe the aim of this deck was a beatdown with the aim to get Horus level 8 out as quick as possible. So in the extra deck, just go for that quickly as there's only one card. I had the 5-headed dragon. Really nice card. I can't believe I still had this. It's actually in really good condition as well. And I believe the way I could bring this out was through either Future Fusion or Dragon's Mirror. But yeah, that's the only one in the extra deck. Now if I take you through the main deck, so what I had was 2 Horus level 4s. I had 2 Horus level 6. And I had 2 Horus level 8. Now, as I said, I believe the aim of the deck was to bring out the level 8 as soon as possible, because when he was on the field, while he remained on the field, I can negate the activation of any spell cards and destroy them, and it wasn't once per turn. And I think the idea was to have this out and avoid decree, and my opponent really shouldn't be able to do too much. But yeah, so those are the Horus cards. I'm just gonna move them up. There we go. There we go. And then, so other sort of cards to back up with. So one was Prime Material Dragon. So there's a 1 tribute, so level 6, 2400. And it goes, any effect that would inflict damage to a player would increase their life points instead. And then when a card effect to destroy a monster on the field is activated, I can send 1 card from my hand to the graveyard and negate the activation and destroy that card. So it was just a nice way to kind of protect cards. And then I had, I can't even pronounce it properly, but I'll just show it to you. 1 Van Dalgron, the Dark Dragon Lord. So I had to reread this because I completely forgot how I used to bring this out. So basically it was, you'd activate a counter trap, and based on what that counter trap negated, you'd summon him, and then he got a particular effect. So if you negated a spell, you would inflict 1500 damage to the opponent. If you negated a trap, you could select and destroy 1 card my opponent controlled. If it was a monster, so effect monster, I could select 1 monster in my graveyard and special summon it. So might look to add this in as a tech choice in my more updated decks. And then I found 2 Cyber Dragons. Had the original Super, and then a secret rare as well. That was pretty cool. And then I had 3 Luster Dragons. This is one of my normal summons. There's a lot of normal summons in this deck because the old format was just so slow. I had 3 Mars Dragon. Mars Dragon was, if it was destroyed, you could special summon another one basically. I had 3 Exploder Dragon. So if it was destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you destroy the monster that destroyed it. 2 Spear Dragon. If this attack, it had piercing damage, but then it was a 1900 level 4, so it was really cool. But as soon as it attacked, it would switch itself to defense mode, and it's only had 0 defense, so it would never last a turn. Twin-headed Behemoth Dragon. So this would special summon itself at the end phase of a turn it just was destroyed. And then for some random cards, I had a Neospatian Grand Mole. I had a Morphing Jar. I had a Sangan. I had a Treeborn Fog. So revive itself, so adds something to tribute. Marshmallow, similar story, like it would survive. And that was it for the monsters, and a very heavy monster lineup. And obviously very different to how a deck could be built today. But yeah, I just thought this was like really interesting, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys these cards. That Horus looks so cool. See if I can find a way to create a more updated deck for it. Anyway, So that was it for the monsters. For the spells, I had 2 Stamping Destruction. So you can only activate it when you had a face-up dragon monster, and you basically destroy 1 spell or trap on the field, and then you'd inflict 500 damage to your opponent as well. So it's quite cool. I'd play 3 level up. So it was the card to help get into that level 8 Horus quicker. So you'd summon the level 4. If you had this, you'd go into the level 6, and then you're more likely to be able to destroy an opponent's monster. And then I had an enemy controller, Lightning Vortex, a Pot of Avarice, a level modulation. I'm not quite sure why I'd play this. Like, I'm trying to think back and I couldn't figure it out. So basically, you could let your opponent draw 2. You could special summon a level monster from your graveyard, but it couldn't attack. So maybe it's just another way to special summon. And then I played 1 Future Fusion and 1 Dragon's Mirror, both for 5-headed dragon, and then 1 old school super rare Heavy Storm. And that's it for the spells. And then for the traps, I had Magic Cylinder. I used to love this card, it was so good. 1 Trap Jammer. I had 3 Divine Wrath. So this counter trap was, I believe, there to help with that Dragon Lord, to help summon him out. So basically you could discard 1 card from your hand, negate the activation and the effect of an effect monster, and destroy that monster. So then it was easy, you'd use this, negate a monster effect, special summon a Dragon Lord, and then be able to get a special summon from your graveyard as well. Magic Drain. So your opponent will activate a spell card, and then this will basically say if they had another spell card in hand to discard, then that effect would go through. If not, you negate the activation and destroy it. And then 1 Royal Decree. So that's it. That was one of my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh decks from back in the day. It's really interesting looking at this and comparing to what decks are now. You know, there's a lot more thought and strategy into the decks, into what their aim is, what to do, and obviously myself as a player, I've changed as well. So I look at this deck and I'm like, I feel like it's incredibly inconsistent, and obviously there's no clear goal other than to try and get the Horus level 8, and I'm like, is that enough these days? Probably not, but back in the day it might have been. But yeah, that's the deck profile. As I said, I've got a few other deck profiles I'm going to bring you guys, so you know, please subscribe to the channel. I hope you like the video. Let me down in the comment sections what you think, or what old decks you might have hiding, and see you guys next time.